Raise your right hand. No, the other one, dumbass. The one without the knife. No typo, no tremble, no crack in the glass. Perfect little English with a borrowed little mask. Asked you point blank, you smiled and denied, then told the whole room you needed help just to translate a lie. Every dash left a fingerprint trail, every clean confession had a ghost in the veil. You said no machine with the halo on tight, but the sentence came dressed like it learned how to bite. You don't need truth, you need lighting, you don't need love, you need timing. Every time I step back, something broke in the frame. Gunfire, glass shards, another hospital name. Funny how disaster always knew when to call. Soon as I stopped catching you, you learned how to fall. Hands on your heart like evidence, tears on command so delicate. Swear you were bleeding, swear you were bruised, swear everybody else was the one hurting you. Pretty little Perjury, cry for the jury. Swear on the wound while you sharpen the blade. Pretty little emergency, love is your currency. Cash it in every time someone walks away. Pretty little tragedy, dressed up in urgency. Smile like the victim with blood on your teeth. Pretty little Perjury, lie in a hurry, then act surprised when the record repeats. Call me the aggressor, call me the bruise, call me every ugly thing that sounded better on you. Said your panic and my name on the chart, like I reached through the screen and rewired your heart. Took every word that I handed you clean, twisted it pretty till it begged on its knees. You make a cage out of please don't leave, then call it abuse when someone wants to breathe. You set the fire, you hide the match, then point at the smoke like look what he did to that. There's always blood on the floor when the spotlight leaves you. Always one more wound for the room to read through. Hands on your heart like evidence, tears on command so delicate. Swear you were drowning, swear you were saved. Funny how miracles come with a username. Pretty little Perjury, cry for the jury. Swear on the wound while you sharpen the blade. Pretty little emergency, love is your currency. Cash it every time someone walks away. Pretty little tragedy, dressed up in urgency. Smile like the victim with blood on your teeth. Pretty little Perjury, lie in a hurry, then act surprised when the record repeats. 13 days into hospital life, but your name lit up in the dead of night. Must have been my brother, beautiful scene for a woman living alone in a rescue routine. Shower door shattered, oh shame, and got rough. Gang fight outside when Salas got tough. Dad in the ward, then the tide came in. Every news story had convenience in. A kind man from the coconut kiosk called the ambulance before the plot got lost. People here are helpful, yeah, that's a nice touch. Almost died for attention, but the service was clutched. You wouldn't get on voice, wouldn't let me hear, but you sat in the next room when I disappeared. Silent little channel with your name in the dark, waiting for the leash to tug back at my heart. Exhibit A, the ocean. Exhibit B, the glass. but I'm not your witness anymore. You may step down, bitch. Take your fucking halo with you.